What are the shirts?
Will Dixon is debuting for the under-19, so he's seniors. So he's got his cheer squad over there.
There you go.
Dixon, Will Dixon.
So senior debut.
Yep, senior debut. Same with Sam Connick. There he is.
And again, the Ammos have got the numbers. Filipovic, low kick. Oh, spinning through his Emery. Hides the sticks and drills it.
Looks to open things up on the right boot. Kate Stanton bends it around the body, and she's got it!
High up and under the full foot. Becky's taken a ripper!
A lovely ball, and that count that down Woofenden from the boundary. You are kidding!
Peg the margin back to 4 points. High kick. It's a beauty.
And they've won the flag in 2024.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Vinny Van Oorschot here, bringing you all the action from the home of the VAFA, Elsternwick Park, between the Hampton Rovers and Old Melburnians, as part of VAFA TV's Premier B showcase, where we will be broadcasting live every single one of the Premier B senior matchups here today. Alongside me, and a last-minute call-up, appreciate you being with us here, Elliot Running, the under-19 coach/manager, he tells me, of Old Melburnians under-19 side. Pleasure to have you, Elliot. How are you going?
Good, good. We've got a good win against Park Vale this morning, so we're going to see them next week in finals, but focus on the seniors getting a good win this afternoon.
Yeah, and in terms of today, I mean, all the weather reports were saying that it was going to be horrendous conditions all weekend, but it looks as though right now the clouds just staying away at the moment.
Looks like perfect weather for footy. Hopefully we get a nice dry game and a great game that comes with it.
Yeah, for sure. So two of the bottom three sides going at it today in Old Melburnians and the Hampton Rovers. The VAFA Premier B match of the day on Match TV, live and rolling here from Elsternwick Park, as we've already mentioned. Pre-game show, the Saturday warm-up, thanks to Macwa Care, providing care for more than 16,500 people each week across Greater Melbourne and regional Victoria since 1959. In terms of the season of Old Melburnians so far, Elliot, and it was a slow start to the year. I believe it was one win from their first 4 games, but ever since that point, or at least the 6 or so games after that, they really kind of turned their season around.
Definitely, Vinny. Coming in with the new coach Brownie this year, I think it takes a while to really get that set change in, and you're not only just trying to implement your style of footy, but you're trying to kind of unravel and get out of those shutters that might have come in from the last year. Also, a lot of changes on the list. We've had 15 under-19 boys debut in the seniors this year, so there's a good look for the future, and I think, it's hard when you got a new coach. It's hard when there's, you go down a division, obviously coming down from Prem. It's change, and I think that change takes time, and I think starting to roll into it. But I think with all the signs, it's pointing to a positive future for the OMs, and obviously probably not finished up the year where we wanted to have it, but good signs for the future.
Well, it's interesting you could say that, because mathematically speaking, I believe the seniors could still make finals.
Really?
Somehow. It's about 2 games the difference all the way up until 4th position. So Old Melburnians, 24 points this season. Williamstown are currently on 32. So it's a bit of a weird obviously everything would have to go right. Winning today would be the bare minimum, of course, to get through that little circumnavigation. But in terms of Brownie being the under-19s coach, you'll see some of that flow between players of 19s to reserves and to seniors. How have you, I guess, perceived that this season?
It's just great to have such a kind of inclusive kind of club there where you have that real flow between the things. And we've seen it. We have a boy, Hugo Dale, 23, playing today. Played with us first 5 weeks. Really didn't see full potential, but I felt like he's really Brownie and the coaches in the senior program really brought out the best in him. And we're looking forward to him to playing 19s and hoping winning flag with him. But I think just that kind of level there, the change, it's good to have those boys play at a different level. I say it to everyone around the club, it's quite a different game style, the 19s between the seniors. It's a different style of game, so the flow's been great.
Yeah, and some of those bodies a bit harder to try and take on as
Of
well.
course.
But in terms of new coaches from Melburnians, we're going to flip it to the other side of the spectrum with Hampton, who has struggled this year, yet to take a win. But it was announced yesterday that Marty Pask will step out of his role as senior coach at season's end. 14 years at the club. Obviously, it's been a massive tenure for him there, and it'll be interesting to see how the club handles his replacement as both sides make their way out to the middle of the ground. Obviously, Hampton made it all the way to the Premier C Grand Final last season, and they've had a bit of an adjustment period here in Prem B. So, looking ahead, I guess, to next season for them, for any side, it must be, I guess, a bit of a challenge to try and adjust to that different style of play, so to speak.
Yeah, of course. I think it's just really reflecting on the club. It's hard. You've got new people, new teams, and but I'm sure they'll come compete next year, whatever division they play in.
And setting the stage with barely a sky around us right now, we are seeing a few grey patches off in the distance, but as part of the Premier B VAFA showcase here today, Old Melburnians and the Hampton Rovers going at it at Elstonwick Park. And it was a nice tap out by Ziesing, but moving it quickly out of the middle are the Melburnians. And it's a nice delivery out towards the near side wing, marked neatly by Ben Hazeman. Hazeman, one of 3 brothers in the senior ranks. Brother pairings, I should say. We've got a free kick coming.
Adam Richardson, quite an accurate goal, kick of goal. I don't want to give him the commentator's curse, but his younger brother plays 19s fullback. Started his career in fullback, Adam, but he's moved up forward and been quite successful up there.
Well, one of the key targets up forward for this Melburnian side. 20 goals next to his name, and he is confident he has the distance here. Whether or not he can open the scoring is one thing. The kick starts drifting out to the left-hand side, not quite making the distance, and Hampton will look to work it out from the back line, and instead we'll have a boundary throw in roughly 5 metres away from that right behind post at the, I guess you could call it the Brighton end.
Brighton end, indeed.
But no, a good field position early here for Old Melburnians. Boundary throw in made. And locked up quickly there by skipper Christian Carnevale, one of Hampton's most notable figures in terms of players. Ziesing doing his best in the ruck there, picked up quickly by Spargo. And holding the balls as the umpire. So Hampton closing down well there in the back line. Will look to work it out from their defensive 50.
I think you'll see a really defensive kind of side from both teams, just trying to go for it at all stakes, just keep the game on their terms and make sure they're capable of staying in it the whole time.
Nice find there. In the middle is Josh McPherson. Beautiful delivery there by Corey Jones. McPherson with the unorthodox style of kicking there. Doesn't quite work out. Marked well by Tom Facey. Looks inside towards the centre corridor. Picked up by Hugo Hines. Standout performance last week. Can the Melburnians scatter here the Rovers defenders? The visitors working it out towards the far wing, chasing it down with Spargo. Thomas, that should be noted. And now they look to swing it out towards the near side. Kick had a little bit to be desired for. Trying to keep it low, unable to take it, was long. First to it was Friend. And Hampton looking to close things down quickly here. Picked up by Jones. Pushed off the line a little bit, but I think that's the first goal of the game. It's going to go the way of Lachlan Costello, who's had a standout year for the Rovers in 2025 in what has been a season that hasn't had too many highlights, but it's the visitors that get the first of this afternoon. Hampton, who are almost a certainty to go back down to Prem C after this year, yet to win a game this season, but I'm sure they will take any sort of win they can get in these last 3 rounds. And what a way to open the account. East Sandringham Jr., just his 2nd goal of the year for Lachlan Costello. So he opens up his account early in this one.
Good win there by Will Dixon.
Nice clear out by Spargo, and chasing first to it was Dale. He'll be locked up quickly there. Umpire says it's mine. Fumbled by Nichols. And the ball just spilling around a bit loose here. Hampton again looking to try and lock this down defensively. Richardson looks for the quick hands, decides for the dinky kick over the top. Umpire says play on. Still in the field of play momentarily, but the boundary umpire says that might have just crossed the line. So we'll have another stoppage here, roughly 25 metres out. Old Melburnians still looking for their first of this afternoon. In it goes. Looking for options. Nice intercept there by Horrigan. Just scuffed off the side of the boot. Melburnians. Oh, and it's worked out well here. Picked up nicely there by Hugo Dale.
Interesting note about the Horrigans. Older brother Sam played in the 2s before, both Melbourne Grammar boys, going against their old mob.
Very interesting indeed. I did notice there were a couple names with a little bit of history at the Hampton Rovers and at old Melburnians as well. So some familiar faces for both of these teams, it would seem. Hugo Dale, 9 goals in 6 games in the ones. And it looks half decent off the boot, and it's gone through the middle. Old Melburnians answer back with their first of the day.
Dale, great kick of the ball, leading goal kicker in the under-19s for the first 5 weeks until he went up to the seniors.
Yeah, so made his ones debut this season in round 9, if I recall correctly.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, but so he's been essentially part of the squad ever since, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been a real kind of staple for them. I think he's a very agile, kind of medium size, not too tall, but his movement with his body is just excellent. And like I was saying earlier, Brownie's just improved his field kicking phenomenally and made him a much more dangerous player on the ground. So we'll be lucky, hopefully, to get him back for finals and make a big difference.
Umpire just pausing things quickly there from the outset. Dixon and Ziesing in the ruck battle. Nicely taken out of the middle by Spargo and booted forward by Nichols. Oh, that was a beautiful effort there. Unable to take it cleanly though. Richardson had it momentarily. Has that gone through? I think it has. Another goal. This time Ben Jackson gets on the score sheet.
Nickname Ben Jumping Jackson. Not exactly a tallest player, only 6'1", 6'2", but he's played ruck a lot for the 2s. Got an absolutely massive vertical leap on him.
Well, he was horizontal on the ground
He
there
was.
for that one, so he
No
added that to the
verticality
trick there.
needed.
And he had the nous about him to get that one over the line. And just like that, the Melburnians take the lead. Must be said, they weren't too dominant in those early minutes, but they found a little bit of rhythm here. Can Hampton now answer back with one of their own, potentially? Chasing it quickly there. Here's Dan Hall, keeping it low, but the kick went to nobody, it would seem. And nicely intercepted by Sam Loeb. Oh, and it's intercepted again. Some wayward kicking early on. And Hampton a chance to tie things up potentially. Oliver Horrigan kicked his 50th goal in local footy last week against Old Carey. And as you mentioned, Elliot, formerly at Old Melburnians all the way back in 2022. So can he kick one against his old side here? He looked pretty confident as soon as that left the foot. And some free-flowing goal kicking early on in this one. And we're all square at 2 goals apiece at Elsternwick Park.
I've noticed quite a similar game style, playing similar, really dominant out the middle, kind of running that outside wide pattern, just getting it in and trying to keep it in there for as long as possible.
Just looking back to last week, Hampton did get the impact put on them, so to speak. Lost to Old Carey by 68 points. Old Melburnians looking to answer back after a 71-point loss to Old Camberwell as well. So both of these teams hungry for a win. And the early goal scoring would indicate both teams have shown up for this one. Hampton now finding some good rebound. Booted forward. Back into the forward 50. Nicely worked momentarily, but holding the ball, says the umpire. And I believe that's Horrigan again, potentially. We'll double check that upon the kick. And the accuracy again being tested early on. Just a few lapses defensively for Old Melburnians. But full credit to Hampton, they've made them pay. That one not quite on mark. First behind of the game this afternoon. Jake Seddon will be credited with that one. As mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Hampton will be without their head coach Marty Pask next season. So perhaps Hampton can come away with the goods just once before the campaign comes to a close. Nice pickup by Spargo. And a nice low kick into the hands of Oscar Hanisch. They look to swing. Toe poked out by Deathridge. And some good ball movement here by the Melburnians. Just taking their time, no rush. Not trying to force the issues, but work it up the line, it would seem. Oh, almost taken in beautifully by O'Driscoll. The Melburnians, though, look to work possession back into their hands. And they go for the looping hand pass all the way back to Facey, and then back forward again it goes. Oh, unable to be taken in cleanly. Hampton again coming up with the interception. Now they go with the big booting kick inside the forward 50. Oh, and it's taken out of the pack by Melniak. And Melniak's going to stroll into the open goal. And we'll kick the third for the Rovers. And what has been a white-hot start by both of these teams. But again, the Melburnians, just a few errors in the back line there.
Yeah, I think you're seeing a really kind of team hasn't played a lot of footy together, a lot of injuries to the Old Melburnians. So we'll see there, just lack of communication between the two, getting in each other's way. So we'll see if that resolves itself throughout the game.
Yeah, a few outs in the seniors today.
A lot of, big number of outs. Bit of an injury-ridden end of the season for the Old Melburnians, but
dare I say a comparison to the Bombers, maybe?
I would. In terms of numbers, definitely. But, that requires some boys who wouldn't usually play seniors to step up and take charge, I guess. Nicely
taken out by Ziesing, but smothered on the way. Again, another inside 50 by the Rovers. Chasing is McPherson. McPherson still with it. Beautiful hands out to Seddon, who dribbles it along the ground. Here's Melanjak again. Hampton, he's kicked it into his own man. But it's all worked out in the end again for the Rovers. Oh, comedy of errors, it would seem. And with his first of the day, Liam O'Driscoll, the side's vice-captain. kicked it into his own man, and then right there waiting was O'Driscoll to just have another crack.
Almost looked like a set play.
Oh, but it's all working out in terms of offense for both of these teams.
Yeah, I haven't seen much in terms of defensive
Structure.
plays, have we, or structure?
Yeah, no, it's been free-flowing in that sense. I'll see if the character of the game changes as it unfolds, but if you're a spectator, you'd certainly be enjoying yourself. And straight back out the middle go the Rovers again. Oh, and it's a beautiful mark.
Looks like a pretty heavy hit in the middle of the ground as well.
One. Funnily enough, played a thirds game back in round 13. It's weird to see for a guy that's consistently in the ones, but in terms of my research, that one really stuck out to me. Not sure what the tactical reason would have been for that. Just out in the middle of the ground, Will Nichols just taking a little bit of time getting up. 5 goals on the year for McPherson, and make that 6. It's 5 first quarter goals here for the Rovers. And it seems as though for now Nichols just going to stay out onto the field.
Looked like a very heavy hit. Didn't seem to move for a few seconds after that.
Let's just touch on Will Nichols, why don't we, while we have a few seconds. Deservedly selected to the Big V squad against Bendigo earlier this season. 5th season at the club since leaving Old Carey. He's been a welcome addition and a very valuable asset to this club, hasn't he?
He has. You know, he's come through. His younger brother Ned was played some VFL games for the Bulldogs, and whole family is ingrained in the club. Father Jeremy was the last premiership captain for the OMs. So yeah, it's good to have some history back.
Booted forward by Hazeman, and can the Melburnians get something out of nothing here potentially? Across the face of goal was Dale, and marked by Richardson, although we'll be on a bit of a tough angle. You know how footy players are nowadays, they don't mind the around the body.
No, you're almost seeing a real shift. I think we had a boy this morning actually go for a straight in front, went around the corner off the step. Couldn't believe it when I saw it.
Well, 16 goals over his past 6 games this season for Adam Richardson. He's definitely in a rich vein of form. However, that kick will go over to the far side for a behind. Owen Bader to get things going from the fullback. And we've got a bit of a Donnybrook here on the half-forward flank. So Leonardo Curtis and Liam O'Driscoll going at it. Don't mind a little bit of fire this late in the season for two sides that essentially don't really have a stake in the finals picture, but it's local footy. There's always a battle to be won. And another deflection goes the way of the Rovers. Nicely done off the left there by Friend. Running through onto it was McPherson. That has got it. Another goal for the Rovers. It's 6 in the first quarter.
They've absolutely jumped on top of them. Do you see anything going particularly wrong for the OMs at the moment, or just haven't turned up?
Well, I think there's been a lack of calmness in the back line, it would seem. Hampton just flooding numbers forward, especially off the rebound. But they've had a few deflections that have worked out in their way as well. So they've made the most of those opportunities in regards to that. But the OMs, for a side that hasn't really played bad football this year, it's been a bit of a slow start here, especially given how strong their season has been post round 5. So definitely won't be the start that Nathan Brown was hoping for. Perhaps they can turn it around. And it starts with a booming kick off the centre half back. Working hard for it was Carrigan. Sutherland had it. Melburnians look to answer back. Curtis. The kick not quite on mark. Another intercept here for the Rovers. Although that kick also didn't really have the mustard that you were hoping for.
Great mark there by Oscar Hainish.
Hasn't kicked a goal since round 11, Oscar Hainish. Looks to set up his fellow forwardsmen. But that again didn't have quite the accuracy you were hoping for. Old Melburnians, though, looking to put the pressure on the Hampton back line. Handball out wide by Cal. Then out to the far side wing, just out of the reach of Carnival, and we'll have a boundary throw in. But I'd have to go into the stats book to see when the last time Old Melburnians, since round 5 at least, had this amount of goals kicked on them in the first quarter. Hampton, though, they've certainly come to play.
You noticed that comparative to last year, the OMs really started quite well last year and finished quite poor. It seems like the opposite this year. The finishing games, there's a bit more pressure on the opposite teams, and sometimes when you leave it that late, it's hard to reel it back, but we'll see if that streak continues this week.
Melburnians pushing it forward. Oh, and it's been marked here quite well.
I believe that's Hugo Dale.
Hugo Dale, I'll take your word for it, Elliot. It's going to be a big booming kick if he is going to potentially kick a goal. Just past the 19-minute mark of this first quarter.
Oh,
and marked beautifully.
Mark.
Richardson again. Can he finally lift the lid? Not sure if that is Richardson. Yes, it is. Still looking for his first goal. You'd think almost a certainty from here. He's going with the left foot snap.
Oh,
and it's gone off the other side of the boots. No?
Oh,
yes,
no.
No, that's gone through.
Didn't look very convincing from our angle, did it, Ben?
No. I swear it went to the left side of that goalpost, but the umpire saw it better, clearly.
You'd hope so.
And Melburnians, bit of spark here late in the first quarter. Let's see if they can ride that, especially into the second term. But again, a fast-flowing start. We've had 3 goals from Old Melburnians, and we've had 6 from the Rovers. Plenty of action early on. Back up it goes. Trying to ground it out of the middle there. But we'll have another throw up. Nice lock up by Nichols, who took an early hit in this first quarter. He seems to be back to full strength. Nifty hands. Rovers again. Here's Dan Hall. Took his time. Might pay off here. Tapped into the hands of Seddon, but the Melburnians with the quicker hands. Nicely marked on the far side. Just trying to string some kicks together. I expect a fair amount of time on here. Here's Hanish. It's marked nicely. Just in front of the Herald sign billboard. Nice chase down work there by the Rovers, but the Melburnians break away themselves.
Got some numbers out the back.
And a mark as well. Beautifully taken in by Jeremy
Beckett.
So it's an interesting last name, that one. You got the A before the apostrophe. Not something you see every day.
Yeah, again, another under-19, so well represented in the team this year. Hasn't played any games with us, but very solid player.
Part of the under-19 VAF side last year, if I recall.
He played a couple of games with us, but I think one of those players that when he went up,
just didn't come back down. And for good reason. He's slotted that one nicely. Another goal goes the way of the Melburnians, and they cut into that deficit. It seemed as though the Rovers might just be pulling away in that first quarter, but the Melburnians have responded very well here.
They'll claw on. Other than the senior program, the Melburnians have quite the good season. All 3 other teams, bar the reserves and the seniors, finished top 2 in all their competitions. So we had the first final last night, and they smashed Marsden second by about 50 points, and they'll head straight to the granny.
Dare I say we might see some grand final action here?
I believe so, hopefully. Yeah, with the girls and the 19s included.
Beautiful stuff. Now the Melburnians just seem like they've got a bit of energy here. Looking to move it on quickly now is Dale. Just out of reach. Feet just a little bit too quick for Williams and booted forward by Curtis. Richardson fighting for it. It's going to take a spill. Still in play though. Richardson looking to weave some magic potentially. Oh, and it's again Melburnians. Continuing this
Oscar
streak
Hanish,
of goals.
I believe. They won't go down without a fight, it seems.
Well, as mentioned a little bit earlier, that's Oscar Hanish's first goal since round 11 against Old Geelong. So it'll be good for him to get the monkey off of his back in that regard. And Preston Bullants Jr., Oscar Hanish. It's his 8th goal of 2025. Who knows, we might very well have a tight game at the end of this first term. Long looking for hands. Hampton work it back and look to mongrel it forward towards goal.
Good smother by Lauby.
Lauby unable to take it
Hines struggles to
cleanly
pick it
by
up.
Nice hands by Carrigan. Quickly closing down are the Melburnians and moving it forward. Dale over the head there of Connick.
Ooh.
Late inclusion in the side here. Senior debutant. Now running into an open panic is Bader. Bader gets it back. Nicely worked towards Cow. Gets straight to the Melburnians again. Just taking their time now, assessing the options. Perhaps they can sneak one in before the siren goes. Spargo. Taken nicely by Connick.
Debut today.
Yeah, not quite the celebrations it would seem on the field beforehand.
No.
For Connick in terms of who was it? It was Will Dixon, I believe.
Will Dixon, quite the club favourite.
Yes, quite the bunch of roadies he had as well. That one spiraled into the goal square. Looking for something, instead it's just going to be pinned there at ground level. I would imagine only a few minutes to play here, despite the amount of goals. Back up it goes. Ends up in the hands of the Rovers. Now they look to work it out of the back line. First to it was Costello. Now through the corridor they go, just over the head of Goldsmith there. And now the Melburnians looking to strike again. Kicked off the boot of Deathridge. And just to the right-hand side there for a Beckett. First behind for him. Returned to the team last week after missing a couple of weeks. Good to have him back in the side. Pack forming here on the near side wing. Over the top in the hands of Goldsmith, quickly closed
great
down.
tackle by Spargo.
The Rovers, though, just trying to use their numbers a little bit here, but again, through the hands. Dinky kicked to the middle by Hanish. Melnjack. Oh, took an awkward bounce.
Good recovery.
Good recovery indeed. Melnjack. High arcing kick towards the far wing.
Whoa, heavy landing.
Not quite taken in by Facey, but through the middle again and quickly moving back into the forward 50. Richardson closed down by two Rovers and taken to the ground. Oh, and holding the ball? No. It is. Oh, no, it is. It is holding the ball. The umpire just pointing the wrong way. It's,
happens to the best of us, I guess.
Oh, beautifully taken in the air by Costello. Just urging his players, his teammates to move forward. probably the biggest breaker in action we've had since a goal was scored. It says a lot about the energy that we've had so far in this one.
Oh, great
Strongly
mark
taken
by
by
Dethridge.
Dethridge, one of those players that didn't quite start the season until a little bit later on.
Yeah, Dethridge's been riddled by injuries pre-season. But good to see him back in form.
Yes, it has been one of those themes for the Melburnians in terms of availability. But they're showing some fight here, and it's taken beautifully by Long. It's 28.5 minutes played here in the first. Back to Dethridge. Should be noted, he started the season in round 9. He hasn't missed a game since.
Mr. Consistent when he's on.
It's one of those things you don't understand how much you need a bloke until he's out of action. Oh, interesting, unselfish kick perhaps to Josh McPherson's detriment.
Oh.
Another error here, potentially. And the Melburnians just wrapping things up.
One.
Yeah, no, they got lucky with that one. Curtis looking to make his way back onto the field. Another stoppage 30 metres out from Hampton's goal front. Perhaps Hampton can finish things on a high note if things work out for them. Lost it. Melnjack first to it. We'll have another ball up. A few of the Hampton boys camped out behind the goals.
Quite a small but quick team, Hampton.
And battling the tightrope there was Long, but he'll happily take that one over. Conditions just getting a little bit overcast here. Perhaps a sign of things to come. But the siren goes for the end of the first quarter. What a first quarter it's been. We've had 11 goals in total and a little bit of back and forth going on between the two sides as well.
Will Dixon inserting himself.
Just trying to play peacemaker a little bit is Oscar Donald. And Dethridge just letting his thoughts known as well.
I think Nathan Brown would be happy about that quarter. Really kind of clawed it back. Obviously, goal behind, but be proud of the effort they showed to get back into it.
And for a team that perhaps starts games a bit slowly in 2025, you'd be pretty happy with just a 5-point deficit as well, as potentially you can build upon that into the later quarters.
Definitely, and especially with the lack of connection between the players with so many new players. I think, yeah, Brownie would be happy about that.
First quarter brought to you by GYG. Fast food athletes say yes to as well. But the action, Elsternwick Park, just taking a pause. Second quarter coming up. It's Old Melburnians 5-2-32 plays Hampton 6-1-37. We'll be back with the second quarter in a moment's time.
when they start talking about mathematical chance. Hopefully better next year. More bit of luck on our side. Some of those young guys growing as well. Yeah.
Welcome back to the VAFA Premier B Match of the Day on VAFA TV. Keep up to date with everything that's happening around the VAFA by subscribing to our socials. We're on Instagram, X, Facebook, LinkedIn and TikTok. Join in the fun with the best pics, videos, stories and reels from around the competition. Search VAFA and VAFA Women's on your favourite platforms. Vinnie Van Orshut here alongside Old Melburnians under-19 coach and manager Elliot Ronning. Elliot, it was a fast-flowing first quarter there. We had 11 combined goals. It was pretty much the perfect start for a spectator.
Oh yeah, definitely an exciting match, and it doesn't have to be a top-of-the-table clutch for it to be an exciting match, but be interesting what happens here. Will one team shift into a more defensive model, or will they stick with their guns and just go all-out attack?
Second quarter brought to you by Buxton, long-term major sponsor of the Hampton Rovers. As the umpire just takes a few moments just to gather everybody. But if the second quarter is anything like the first, it should be entertaining football.
Oh, big crunch by Will Dixon.
He's a big boy, Will Dixon.
He's a big boy. Trained very hard during the pre-season and looking much better.
I'd hate to do some pre-game bumps with him, that's for sure. Hampton, though, just elegantly pushing it towards goals, but a bit of front-on contact, I believe, there. Will go the way of Melburnians. I think this first goal, whoever can come away with the first goal here in the second term, should play a big role in the outcome of today. And wrapped up in the hands of Ziesing. He'll promptly go straight back into the ruck contest. Nicely wrapped up. Stello there.
Got to shout out the groundskeeper for the ground. He had four games played on it before this, or 3, sorry.
So we had the 19s and the Rezzies.
And we also had the thirds last night playing their final. So
taking quite the shellacking over the past 18 or so hours.
Indeed, got here at 9 o'clock expecting it to be all mud, but it's pleasantly surprised. Well, that definitely helped with that.
It's pulled up pretty well. Booted forward now. Intercepted.
Oh, not paid.
No, not paid, says the umpire.
Maybe touch off the boot.
Yeah. My suspicions. Dixon, Ziesing back in the middle. Nicely taken out of the middle by Hazeman. And marked beautifully. Look to move it on quickly there by Connick. And now he'll have a stoppage as a result. Perhaps a chance there for Connick gone begging.
Temperature's starting to slightly change, get a bit colder. I'm seeing more and more clouds, so I wonder if we'll drizzle by the end of the game. We'll have to check the bod map on that.
Yeah, well, shout out to Jason Bennett in terms of venues where you can commentate and not have to worry about getting wet. Civic Park's right up there.
Had to play at Brighton. They've got that up at the top, the open exposed area.
Yeah.
Like being in a wind tunnel.
You'll get all of Port Phillip Bay as well if you stand up there for too long.
Good sea salt spray for the hair, I guess.
Yeah. Not great for the wallpaper, that's for sure. Here come the Melburnians. Can they get the first one here, potentially? Look to slingshot off the half-back flank.
Oh, big contact.
Together. Falls to the ground. Melnjack off the left. However, that's going to spray off the side of the boot. And it'll go straight back to old Melburnians. The old Redlegs. 3 minutes in, no score yet here in the second quarter. Potentially with that colder weather, just maybe a bit slower style of play. Just a little bit less going on, at least in these early stages of the second.
I definitely think both teams have slotted into that more defensive mindset. We're seeing more numbers behind the ball, more slow, calculated play, definitely.
Big booming kick by Z-Sync. No one able to take it cleanly. Spills towards ground level. Hines came up with it.
Thumping kick.
And Richardson couldn't quite take it. Malnjack picked up quickly into the hands of Sutherland. Malnjack and then booted out of the back 50. 4 bodies fly at it. Horrigan had it. Now the Rovers look to rebound here. 2v2 and beautiful.
Oh, great mark.
Looked for the quick kick. Wasn't quite accurate into the hands there.
This could be a goal here.
Oh, and a big, big kick.
Bill on the wind's just taking that back.
It swung back as well. Joshua McPherson. Wow, what a kick. It's his third of the day. Well, we were wondering who was going to get the first goal here in the second quarter. And that question has been answered. Oh, just brought it out of the ruck with one hand was Spargo.
Ooh.
What a big front
Big hit. Bit slow to get up. Is that Spargo? No. Deathridge.
Well, he'll rightly get the free kick as a result and look straight up towards centre half forward.
Big almost mark there.
That was a good tackle by Owen Bader. Selectors of the under-19 VAFA squad this year. Oh, just took on too many bodies and quickly brought down to ground. And you can give credit to Oscar Hanish for that tackle.
Good positioning by Jeremy Beckett there just to take the kick. No, he didn't take the tackle.
Well, he's already got a goal today, so maybe he's feeling lucky in that regard.
He's a thumping kick. I don't think accuracy will be the power will be the problem. We'll see if he can get the accuracy on top of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much wind is at play here as well. Some of the trees in the background just moving around slightly, but Jeremy Beckett seems to think he's got the legs. Lining up for his second of the day.
Beautiful kick from outside 50.
Oh, perfectly struck as well. Even pointed to the Rovers player. He knew as soon as that left his boot, that was going through. He was looking elsewhere within half a second, I think. So he might be in some good form today.
Quite a talented young man, Jeremy. I spent some time with North Melbourne pre-season in their VFL program, and it's been a really good addition for the seniors. And again, another under-19s boy, but I think that's big body, you'll know it.
Well, dare I say, Jeremy Beckett as the current goal of the day contender. Brought to you by AltX. Invest in alternative real estate debt. And Old Melburnians again looking for one. A goal here would put them in front. Holding the ball, says the umpire. Back to Hampton it goes.
Yeah, I think you definitely for Old Melburnians, you know you're missing a couple of players. That Matthew Payne, quite a small, lively forward. Definitely missing him down forward with that pressure. Big brother Jackson Payne also out.
Oh, that's not taken cleanly by Melnjack, but the Rovers with the numbers, at least in this moment. Taking time, options forward.
Big fist by Hurley.
Big fist indeed. Oh, and it's taken beautifully. Another goal for the Rovers. Josh McPherson, he's having a ball right now. He's up to 4 goals today. Not many answers for him so far for Nathan Brown's side. Just seems to be in the right place at the right time.
If you're Nathan Brown, what are you telling the boys on the bench right now? What are you trying to say? Let's really go for this. Let's set back.
I'd almost try and encourage your side to seal it in a bit better. It just seems like Hampton has just worked out of the back line too easy on too many occasions. Not just here in the second so far, but also back in the first quarter. So
beautiful kick by Will Dixon there.
Nifty boot for a big, at least for a ruckman. Certainly has a high level of skill. Obviously Nathan Brown sees that as a big boost to his side. Ball upcoming. Getting very
great tackle.
Great tackle indeed.
They'll play on.
The Rovers look to move things on quickly. Mark not paid, says the umpire. And a ball up coming. McPherson perhaps feeling a little bit hard done by there. Dixon rips it out of the ruck contest. Nichols.
Just overshoots it there.
Over the head of Dale. Picked up well by Donald.
They're out here if they turn.
Goldsmith. Coming to it late there.
A wheel round.
Is Jones. Jones looks to switch it to the other side of play.
They'll pay that.
Good mark.
Oh.
Deathridge, just a shove to the back of Carnivale. Dixon. Umpire says not 15. Play on's the call. Just looking towards the middle. Nice bounce for Nichols.
Quite a quick play, Will.
Nichols spoiled. Nice work here by the Rovers, but a great tackle by Hazeman. And just a bit of that seal action potentially here. For the Melburnians, but it might just leak out over the top.
Oh,
beautiful
great
turn.
tackle. Oh, but he's taking him on.
Umpire says play on. Can the Melburnians strike long?
Oh.
Great tackle.
Just 30 seconds of absolutely beautiful pressure.
Corey Jones, great tackle there. Bader now looks towards the captain. Carnivale couldn't quite take it in with the left hand. Go over the boundary line here. Fun little passage of play. And for once it didn't involve scoring, so
no.
Seeing it all over the ground. Dixon. Terrific work rate.
Great at ground level as well.
Deathridge. Has a lot of backspin there. Through the hands of Cow.
They can turn and go here, Hampton. They decide to slow it down.
Costello. Goes with the right.
Oh.
And good lock up. Stoppage coming. McPherson. Just bringing play to a halt. Jack ends up being the loose man holding the ball, says the umpire. Great tackle. Oh, not quite taken in by Lauby. He's had 8 best player nominations this season, Sam Lauby.
That little wiry small forward really can be damaging on the rebound.
Am I pronouncing that right? Lauby?
Lauby, I've always called him Laubs.
Or Loeb, maybe? I don't know. It's a funny one.
Might keep it a mystery. I think he likes it that way.
It's interesting. We were touching on I guess, the win-loss record of the Old Melburnians in 2025. They began the season 1 win, 4 losses. 3 of those losses coming by under a goal as well, I think. So just a bit of bad luck. This season could very well look very different to what it does now.
Yeah, I think you know, you kind of those losses stay with you, I guess, in a way. Just very hard to kind of recover after those. Only so many times Brownie can say, "We'll get him next time."
Well, there's always next season, I guess. Carrigan plays it out wide. Goldsmith first to it, although it won't sit up for him. And I guess there's 2 ways you can look at it if you're Old Melburnians. There's the half glass full and the half glass empty. If you look at it half glass full, you look at those results that just didn't quite fall by the wayside. You look at the fact that you've blooded a lot of young up-and-coming players as well heading into next year. There's plenty of positives that you can take out of it.
Oh, no, definitely. I think that's what Brownies will take out of this season. You know, first year back at the club, and he'll just remind the boys that there's a lot of young talent coming through, and obviously he'll get his systems in this year and off for the taking next year.
At least from your perspective as a fellow coach at the club, how have you gauged Nathan's season here at Old Melburnians?
He's great at getting around the boys, and I think that's the most important thing. At the end of the day, it's local footy. It's about having fun and enjoying the code, and winning comes with that. But I think he's just embraced the culture a bit and just really gotten the boys up and flying. And I think that's something probably needed after last year. Much different kind of tone. So it's good to have Brownie at the club and a bit more energy flying around the rooms.
Back towards the plate. Over the head of Beta. And Hampton just stave off the pressure being provided by Old Melburnians. Great mark. Oscar Donald with his mitts on that one. And a beautiful kick. Oh, just through the hands. Not quite taken well. Rose spun out of the tackle. Jones threw it.
Oh.
Now here comes Carrigan. Malnjack. Over the hands of Cow.
Oh.
Nice steam effort there by Curtis. And a beautiful tackle, and might have just taken on too many players.
A lot of bones crunched in that last 30 seconds.
Yeah, a lot of feeling in that last passage, it would seem.
Jeremy Beckett demanding the ball.
Nichols, very capable.
And he'll get
it. Just thrown onto the foot there by Connick. Hampton might just escape this one. Beta.
Big kick down the line.
Nice work by Friend just to get it to ground, and now it's Goldsmith chasing. Goldsmith pushing it towards the one-on-one in the square. And nice work by... I haven't got an 18 on my list here.
18. I can't see from this distance. I wish the eyes were a bit better.
Far side, forward pocket, if you can make it out. But
I believe that could be Ollie Hurley.
Nichols doing great work there at ground level. Donald throws it onto the right foot. Takes a bounce. Nice hands to Seddon. Seddon keeps it low. The Rovers could potentially come away with something. But no, the hands just lacking a little bit of polish from both of these teams a little bit. And Rose does his best to try and keep that one in play, but the boundary umpire says no. Nice throw in Nichols, beautifully taken out of the ruck contest. And the kick follows. Oh, tried to take it in with his left was Dale. Handball to himself by Block, but...
Few boys looks like they're on skates out there.
Perhaps the cold hands are starting to take an effect. Here come the Melburnians now. Over the head of Richardson. Rovers just handballing their way out of trouble, and Richardson with a big tackle, just locking up the play. Ball upcoming.
Just an injury update, thanks to Ortho Sports Victoria. It looks like, I believe it's one of the Hazeman brothers, been on the bench quite a while now. Don't know if he's keen to come back on or not, but he's been sitting down there for about a couple minutes.
Will Nichols, a bit of a mongrel punt there. Had a crack, but it's gone out of bounds. And out on the full, says the umpire, so Hampton will have to work their way out of trouble.
Looks like Hazeman will come on now. Doesn't look like he's got any fresh taping on.
Oh, it's going to be handed right back to the Melburnians. Umpire says it was a throw. Now high arcing kick into the centre of the forward 50. Just thrown onto the boot there beautifully
done
by Connick.
First goal in the seniors.
His first senior goal.
Don't forget, you won't forget that for a while.
No, it's first appearance in the senior side, so he's wasted no time opening his goal account, it would seem. But a nice, smart play by Sam Connick. He puts it back to within a goal. It's been a fun game to this point. The goals have kept going here into the second quarter.
Looks like this one's going to go right down to the wire.
And I feel like, it's just a feeling, that we will get a bit of wet weather in the second half.
I was just thinking the same thing. Those ominous clouds looking quite dark.
Yes, my viewing has not quite improved over the last few minutes. The Melburnians, they want another goal, especially before half-time. Richardson fighting for it.
Oh, beautiful mark taken.
Blake Jensen-Muir, he's had a quiet first half, but he makes himself known there. Here comes Hazeman now, sends it back into the forward 50.
Spiralling ball.
Oh, beautifully taken.
By Adam Richardson. How good is that?
Well, they're calling for the 50 as well, but I don't think it'll make too much of a difference.
Plenty of feeling out there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these two sides go into the halftime break. Adam Richardson, though, 1 goal, 1 so far today.
Took one a similar angle down the other end. We'll see if he can improve on this angle.
See if he goes to the left foot snap again as well. Now looks like he'll just go the regular drop punt on this occasion. Here comes Richardson. And he's got it.
Put it through the middle.
Second goal of the game.
Both Adam and Joff, who play for the 19s, you wouldn't know if they kicked a goal or not. Quite stoic in their character.
It's all about the 4 points. And Hampton looking for their first 4 points of the 2025 season.
Scores all tied up at 50-50 apiece with just under 6 minutes remaining.
Dixon and Zisa teasing, coming into the middle. Nice lock up by Spargo. Spargo, another one of those mass contributors in this one. Hampton again trying to work their way out of it through the handball. Nice kick forward. And marked beautifully.
Hugo Hines, another 19s boy.
Standing up
19
strong.
connections there to Hugo Dale. If they can get it in there, they've got plenty of space.
Nichols purveys his options. And marked.
Well read.
Bader. He's had a few intercept marks, Owen Bader, in today's one. Oh, the kick though, not quite good.
Straight back to Nichols. Looks like he'll have a shot from here. If he's actually going to go for it or not, that's the real question.
He did manage to kick one last week. Perhaps he can make it consecutive weeks if he gets the hit right. Will Nichols, 8 goals in 2025 across his 14 appearances. He winds up. He's given it a red-hot crack. Just pulled it a bit to the left. Looked like he quite easily had the distance there.
Flew the goals by quite the distance.
And Melburnians now leading in this one. First time they've led. I'd hazard a guess. This might be the first time that they've led.
I believe it's the first time. Campton started off the goals, and I don't think Melburnians has jumped in front.
Yeah, hadn't quite caught up until this point. Which now puts the onus back on the Rovers.
Especially with that wet weather potentially coming back.
So you might want to see if you can buff out a lead before the play becomes too slow.
Will Dixon back in the ruck for the OMs.
Waiting patiently is Christopher Long, now back on the ground. Athletic play through the air. Here's Dixon again. Back to Long. Gets the ball quickly.
Oh.
Not taken cleanly. Spargo fighting for it. Now back into the forward 50 it goes.
Connick, beautiful pickup. Oh!
Connick almost doubled up there. First behind of the game for him. But for a senior debutant, playing like he's played a few games at this level. A few of the under-19s boys have.
Connick, the leading goal scorer for the last under-19s OM premiership back in 2019. So good to see he's still at the club.
And he's got experience in the big time as well.
He has.
Richardson.
They played it on. They haven't paid it.
Ball upcoming. Adam Richardson just looking at the umpire, just wondering if there was perhaps an actual mark in that. And he decides to go into the ruck as well. Man of many talents, Adam Richardson. 2 goals, 1 in this one so far. Pulling it out of the contest there. It was Seddon and then...
OM's well set up behind the ball.
It's that seal we were talking about earlier, Elliot.
Yeah.
Just being able to keep the ball in their front half. And we're going to have it thrown back to Hampton. Interesting from the umpire. Moving it on is McPherson. 4 first half goals. And a nice mark taken.
Being quite a free-flowing quarter, you won't imagine there's that much time on to play.
Ball spills to ground level. I'm glad to have another stoppage in this one. Nice tap by Dixon. Rooted forward by Spargo, and then towards a 1v1, but then again quickly out of play. Just entering a bit of a lull in this one.
Entering a bit of lull. Hopefully the rain doesn't strike, but if it does, will be very interesting. But it doesn't look very good for the next couple of weeks of finals. Had a look at the weather, but...
some might argue it's come at the perfect time.
Some might. The chaotic thing of finals. We've got some boys, Nick Gillard, Felix Warren, who will wrap that up well. But, crikey, you don't love the... you want a clean game if you're a coach. Weather adds that unexpected element.
You might have the groundskeeper on full-time hours over the next month or two.
Don't think we'll be training in the middle of the ground coming this week. I think that'll be roped off well and truly.
Maybe just some line work instead, you know. Forwards up one end, backs at the other.
Ground's held up well today.
Reckon you'd be allowed to train on the golf course, do you think?
Oh, you'd hope so. It'd require less safety than this course with all its ropes. Looks like Fort Knox on the weekend.
Nice bodywork here by the Melburnians. Just keeping things restricted to that far side. Nice wrap up of Mel and Jack. And back up it goes. Dixon just out muscling the rucks. Whoever Hampton decides to throw in there. Thrown onto the boot. Mel and Jack fights for it. Dixon not quite able to take it cleanly. Can the Rovers come away with something here? Nice sidestep by 7.
Beautiful chase down tackles.
Beautifully done there
by Hugo Hines.
Hugo Hines, the big 7. We've got a man down there at centre half forward. Looks like it's Tom Thacey. Now the Melburnians, though, looking to potentially score off of this effort into the hands of Nichols.
They've got runners.
Oh, just thrown at Nichols there. Facing the wrong way at the time. Nichols, it's a beautiful kick. Beautifully weighted as well.
Nichols, one of 4 brothers to play in the team, along with the Hasemans, the Browns that are currently out, Wilbur and Albert. And there's also the Williams brothers, Gussie Williams just coming to the bench here.
Jeremy Beckett, after the siren. A goal here would put them up by 8 points. Well-needed momentum heading into the halftime break. Looking for his 3rd of the game as well. It's looking half decent.
Oh, just won't get the
just
distance.
Short. Halftime in the books here at Elstonwick Park. The Hampton Rovers trailing the Old Melburnians by just 2 points. It's the VAFA Premier B match of the day on VAFA TV. Will return after the halftime break. Plenty of action still to go at the home of the VAFA. Welcome to the VAFA Premier B match of the day on VAFA TV. It is Old Melburnians hosting the Hampton Rovers. I'm Vinny Van Oshot, your play-by-play caller, and alongside me is under-19 Old Melburnian coach and manager Elliot Ronning. It's been a very fun first half here at Elstonwick Park, the home of VAFA footy. And we'll just touch on, for the love of the game, the VAFA's official weekly podcast with all the latest news, views and happenings from around the VAFA. Download it wherever you get your podcasts. Third quarter brought to you by William Buck coming up in just a moment as well. It's been a fast-flowing and free offensive style of game between both of these two sides. Hampton still looking for their first win of 2025. Old Melburnians trying to keep their sliver of hope alive in making finals. Elliot, it was a fun first half, lots of offensive production, lots of fast-moving ball action as well. I expect, just looking out across the ground right now, it's going to be entirely different in the second half.
About to just jump on that. I think it's going to be an entirely different game, and I think we're going to see two games played today. The first half, fast-paced, quick movement, and a second half where it's just very wet and windy, I guess. I can feel the wind hitting me through the glass. It's nice and chilly, waking me up. Ready for a second half of beautiful VAFA footy.
Yeah, there's a few extra people in the pavilion behind us as part of the club's home afternoon teas. So obviously a great moment for the club to come together and invite some of the visiting spectators as well. But as Elliot says, it's going to be a fun, wet and windy second half. We were alluding to the weather before the opening of the game, and it's finally come through with what was predicted just a couple of days ago. Just
looming over that first and second quarter, and it's decided that the best thing for footy is cold.
Oh, everybody's in their positions. It's a 2-point game with 2 quarters to play. Who will get the first in this one? It's going to be a wet finish. Perhaps it'll still be fun. And it's Hampton that makes the first use of the footy. Oh, and a big tackle. First to it was Deathridge. We'll have a ball up, and look at that, straight into it. Both of these teams, I don't think they like each other very much.
No, it's been bone-crunching tackles and a few fists in the chest after they get up.
Yes, and me personally, coming from Hyatt, not the furthest drive from where I am, but Hampton, not a far drive for them as well. So you could say some geographical similarities as well. Oh, and it's taken on the line. And I believe that's McPherson once again. A goal here would be his 5th of the day. He has taken over in this one.
It's a one-way street and a one-way avenue, and it's straight through McPherson Street for Hampton Rovers at the moment.
Not necessarily the most imposing key forward for Hampton, but a lot of muscle, and he's using it to the best of his advantage.
Little Toby Green-like in that sense.
Yes, indeed. Josh McPherson slots through the easy goal and notches his tally up to 5. So, Old Melburnians still just trying to search for the best way to handle him, but just like that, the Rovers take the lead again. They've led for the majority of this one. Melburnians just edging their noses in front in the last few minutes of that first half. Now they need to respond, and especially in some wet weather footy, goals are going to come at a bit more of a premium, so they'll have to act quick before this one gets bogged down too much.
Everything worth 2 here, I guess. You know, the wet weather breeds unpredictability, so not even that can be said with a certainty.
Well, the Melburnians have the best man for the job in the middle to get things going their way in Will Dixon, and just like
Dixon thumping kick.
Just ripped it out of the hands of the Rovers midfielder. Nice chase effort by Dale. And here come the Melburnians. Massive kick. I reckon that's gone through.
Kick. That's Oscar Hanish II, breaking that game, that 9-game lull.
Oscar Hanish, he's shown he's got a lot of use up front. But as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, hadn't kicked a goal prior to today since round 11. He's now got 2 in this one.
Knowing Oscar quite well, I think this will only spark him on. He's a bit of a kinetic machine. Take them as he can get them, and would be surprised by 2 or 3 more from him.
I feel like there's a few of those kinetic machines, as you say, in this Old Melburnian side, and they know how to link the footy together. Big kick by Nichols, Richardson flying. No one able to take it cleanly. At ground level for Hampton was Cowell. The Melburnians, though, looking to lock this one in. Big kick out to the far side. Oh, juggled a couple times. Taken in by Christopher Long.
Redwell looked for the handoff, but it looks like he'll go deep.
Just slowing things down here is Long. Back into the forward 50 it goes. Taking the ground was Robertson. Richardson, I should say. Quick handball out. But just the numbers now for Melburnians. Getting to the footy bit better than Hampton earlier on. Deathridge. Nice handball up the line into the hands of Hanish. Thought about it. Not taken cleanly. And a nice lock up there. And brought to ground again. Good tackle by Carnival.
Good outlet there. Accurate kick. Good chase down by Hurley. Spencer Anderson.
Just brought to ground there. Nice double up by Harry Block, just to bring the big man down. Spencer Anderson. No goals yet to this season.
Former state cross-country runner, so I'm sure he'll have a bit of legs on him for the final 4th quarter of this game. Must say, 2 halves of the ground right now, completely different stratospheres it looks like. One's shiny and bright with blue sky, one's dark and timid with a dark sky.
Oh, well, we love Melbourne, the city of 1,000 seasons.
A day at that.
Dixon just muscling his way in again. Nice hip and shoulder there by Carnival. Just trying to fight through the contact. Ripped out of the air by Hurley. And thrown onto the boot by Spargo. Here comes Hampton.
Great
and a nice mark. Beautifully taken by Horrigan. Calling for it is Goldsmith. He'll get it. Oh, the kick. Just a bit too low.
Came off the boot there.
Little late hip and shoulder there by Campbell Rose.
Campbell Rose, 31, letting them know who's who.
Harry Block on the receiving end of that.
If you mess with the Rose, you get the thorns.
Well, Carnival, he's having a go at some pruning right now.
And Dixon again with another tap, getting his hand to it quite a bit.
Nice hands over the top. Back to Rose. Take a ball up. Nice lock up by Prosser. One of the club's long-standing servants. Former Hyatt junior.
Just immovable there, Dixon.
Oh, beautiful tackle. Right. Just locked up Horrigan.
It'll be gone.
It's taking a bit of time there, getting up. Spargo. He's just gone a bit off his line. The umpire says nothing wrong with that.
Bullet.
Oh, Dixon.
Well kick to Dixon. Within range here. He'll look for a target. Oh, just on the knees.
Oh, late tackle there. And a bit of... Umpire says play on. Bader came in late there. We'll have a throw up. 55, 60 metres out from goal here. Thrown onto the boot by Spargo. No one able to take it cleanly. And booted forward.
Early, great body position there. I think the great thing about Will Dixon also coming into the side is it allows Spargo to play more on-ball role rather than a ruck role. And with such a big body and such a big tank, it's hard to deal with.
Hines had it. Into the forward pocket. This might be a chance here for Richardson. He runs to the middle, snaps it onto the right-hand side. I think that's gone out to the very right-hand side. Out on the full is the call from the umpire. So third goal will not come for Richardson. Not yet, at least.
Slow to get up, Adam, always.
Still 2 points the difference in this one. Time continues to tick away. Oh, he looks to take on the defender. Does so, it seems, quite well, was Carrigan. Now it's out of the back line, but the kick again, just not the most accurate. This wet weather footy definitely will not be helping the accuracy side of things. The 50 clogging up here from both of these teams. Handball out to the far side was Donald. Nice chase down tackle by Beta. Umpire says it's a throw-in. Just there on the boundary line. Melburnians just in a good position here. Could extend this lead that they've got. Richardson doing a bit of temporary ruck work. Back to ground level it goes. Pack forming around it. Into the hands of Spargo. Spargo looks to quickly kick it out into the middle. Carnivale for Hampton. Just comes to a bit of a standstill here. Hit out the back to Rose. And we'll have another boundary throw in. Neither side really able to take this one by the horns in the third quarter so far. Perhaps Hampton can break away here. They've got some numbers forward.
Good work, body work there by Heels. It's been a real staple this quarter down back for the OMs.
Rose comes up with it. And Hampton
They're
had a
out here if
chance.
they can get clean.
Melburnians, late
Sliding
slide.
tackle almost by Will Nichols.
And just punched forward. Chasing now is Hazeman. Unable to dispose of it cleanly. Nice tackle. Brought to ground by Ziesing. Ziesing and Dixon go at it. Horrigan. Nicely marked by Hines. Hines looks inwards to the centre circle. Good mark there. Now wheeling off the back there. Not taken cleanly. Slipped was Sutherland. Did well to keep possession. Through the hands of Spargo.
They're out here, Hampton. They've got runners in front of the ball.
Corey Jones first to it there. Brought to ground.
Good tackle.
And it'll be a ball up.
By Laube.
Corner of the centre square there. Dixon and Ziesing again.
Dixon
Horrigan.
dominating that tap battle at the moment.
Costello. It's a barrel, it looks like, from here. Oh, just thrown onto the boot. Not the greatest amount of contact by O'Driscoll. Throwing it is the call. We've flipped field positions in the space of a minute. Hampton now on the doorstep of another goal here in this third quarter. The sun just momentarily peeking through here at Elstonwick Park.
Shining just on both ends now. Wonder if that was effective.
Melburnians calmly disposing of it here, and they re-emerge from the defensive 50. Melnjack too strong there at ground level. Just outworked Hugo Dale just a little bit in that occasion. Melnjack, big booting kick. It's got to be 20 players around that footy right now. Hot footy indeed.
Sprung out, to enter back through.
Straight into the hands of Owen Bader. Bader to the forward pocket. No one able to take it cleanly, and over for a behind.
Oliver Hurley's really stepped up this quarter. Had a few good contests down the line. Like this, I guess, some very tight games around the VAFA at the moment. Old Camberwell just behind Caulfield by 1 point.
Oh, Carnivale had it for a moment. Again, spills over for a behind. Yeah, so we'll doing around the grounds in just a moment. With just 3 games, including today, left in the 2025 home and away season. Before the VAFA finals get underway, at least in the senior ranks, some finals have already begun. Nice close down by Horrigan there, over the top. And again, the scrap continues. Chasing and Dixon. Lock horns again.
Good tap by Will Dixon there. Hugo Dale all out on his own. He's got miles of grass in front of him.
Dale. Hanish.
Hanish sets it to the top.
No prior, says the umpire, and it's a beautiful hand pass over to Bader. And now a loose man is out. Looking to rebound quickly here is Hampton.
Great.
McPherson unable to take it in, and now it's Melburnians again through the works of Hines. Takes a funny bounce. Now Melbourne push. And we'll have a boundary throw in at the old Melburnians half-forward flank. Take a bit of a pause in action. As you mentioned, Elliot, Caulfield leading Old Camberwell by just 1 point in the third quarter. Old Ivanhoe leading Old Geelong 51-48. Old Trinity easily getting the rub over on Fitzroy 72-23. Old Carey only an 8-point lead against Williamstown. And couple that with the fact that we've got a 1 point game on our hands here. It's quite an entertaining round 16. Oh. And just over to the far side there. Just a minor score for Old Melburnians.
Good week for VAFA to pick Prem B of all these close games. Or maybe it's a bad week, don't know which one to tune into.
Well, I had a few of the older heads tell me today that we got the bottom of the barrel with this broadcast because of the low standings of these two teams, but I'd hazard a guess that it's the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, anything but. Very close contest here, and imagine, like I said earlier, this one's going to go right down to the wire.
And it looks like we just got a bit of a pause in the rain as well, so some light reprieve. Perhaps the footy just will move around a little bit easier over the next 10-20 minutes.
OM's just moving around out the back, looking for a penetrating thumping kick into the forward line. Oh, almost taken by Jeremy Beckett.
Nice close down tackle. Oh, we've got a free kick here being paid against the OMs. Bader now with the football. Chasing nicely was Hurley. Brought to ground though. Just doing some paces along the boundary line is Connick, who has a goal already in this one, in his senior debut. Big moment for him early on.
A low kick forward, wrapped out by Hanish, just pumps it into the forward line.
Oh, Richardson. Well, it's just toe poked along the ground there by Curtis. Spun out of danger for a moment, thrown into the boot by Long. Out on the full, says the goal umpire. It'll stay just 1 point for now. We have been privy to an absolute treat in this one. It's going to be Melnjack to kick here from next to the point post. The masses gather on the near side wing, and fighting for it well was Hurley. Straight back into the OM's forward 50. And broke out of the tackle there. Hampton potentially moving well. Takes a funny bounce. Kept in play by Deathridge. Nicely worked to ground. Dale had it for a moment.
Anderson chasing hard, but they'll get out here, Hampton, and they've got runners in front of the ball.
Carnival. No, they play advantage. Costello looking ahead for options. McPherson again. Yes, he plays on. Kicks the goal. Joshua McPherson has 6.
No answers for him at the moment for the Irons.
But it seems to be the same way that it keeps going in. Just the one outs, just out-muscling his opponent, doing the work early and just finding the last second grab. And then just exploiting off of that. 6 goals, unanswered. Lots of questions. Prior to today, Josh McPherson had 5 goals this season. He's more than doubled that today.
They look like they're really isolating now, pushing everyone else quite high and just leaving him on his own.
6 goals straight for Josh McPherson. Back into the middle it goes. Bit of a clear out free kick there. And this time it's going to go against the OMs.
Again, runners out the front.
It was Jack Spargo that one was paid against.
Tommy's brother gets a fist on that.
Oh, just gang tackled there, holding the ball, says the umpire. Here's Hugo Hines. Now the OM's looking for options. Richardson hoped for a good bounce there. Comes away with it momentarily. Nice work by Connick. OM's hunting for a goal here. Was tackled upon impact. And holding the man, I think the umpire is going to be giving. So we've got a chance here for the OMs. Spargo.
Anderson, he will have a chance to even the score. Oh no, go up 1.
Jack Spargo has not missed a game this season. Joined the club 2019. Looking for his first of the day.
Played a lot of different roles at the club. Was up forward for a while, had short stint back, and mainly played on ball in the middle of the ground.
Just 2 goals this season for Jack Spargo. And it's good off the boot. 3 goals. And the 1 point lead is regained by Old Melburnians. It's tit for tat in this one. Head coaches Marty Pask and Nathan Brown, they'd be going through all of the tricks at the moment. But it seems as though whenever someone changes strategy to one thing, the other one just counteracts that. So I think
battle of chess here.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you think Hampton Rovers coach will see his tenure at Hampton? Do you think he'll be fond of what he achieved at Hampton and maybe set off to the sun, or will he look for some other option in the VAFA?
Well, I mean, 14 years, it's quite a long while. he might just need a nice holiday. Who knows? But Marty Pask, I'm sure he'll have no shortage of suitors, but after 14 years, he probably just want a break. But one thing's for sure, and a bit of a dangerous tackle there, one thing's for sure is no matter what the results are after 14 years, you look back on the relationships you build during that time. So I'm sure he'll have a very fond place for Hampton in his heart after this season.
You're always involved at the club. Once a VAFA clubman, always a VAFA clubman. Rarely do you see players leaving and not having some sort of connection to the club.
Yeah, for sure. And as you say, players, coaches, executives as well.
Yeah.
It's a special place football clubs can be.
Lifeblood of most communities.
Exactly. Oh, taken by Dixon there. Finds himself in the back line.
Come quite alive, Will Dixon.
Yeah, no, he'd be definitely a shoe-in for another senior appearance next week, if he so desires. Nicely taken. And again, that corridor seems to be the highway of choice.
Kick.
But with that comes risk. Dixon chasing lovely. Oh, Will Dixon again. And I hate to be a spoiler alert, but he'd be up there as a potential player of the game. Spargo on the left foot. Beautifully taken by Bader, who, don't be mistaken, but Owen Bader is one of Hampton's backmen, and he has been all over the ground today. Takes a funny bounce. Melburnians looking for an option here. Spargo. Nice spoil there by Bader. Back into the 50 by O'Driscoll. No one able to take it cleanly. Spargo again. He's had a few touches in recent minutes.
Iconic flies.
Umpire says play on. Here's Bader from 50. Touched on the line.
On the absolute tip of the line there.
On the chalk.
But umpire's in a good position.
He's had a couple of goes at goals today, Owen Bader. Just 2 behinds, though. Nichols decides to take it as far as he can. Cheeky move.
They've got room and grass in front of them here if they can move it, and they'll move it quickly.
Nichols again. Connick. Connick over the top. Taken in nicely by Hanish.
He'll hold up here, Hanish, let them set up, and with a long kick, and that's exactly what he does.
Oh, Richardson tried taking it. Instead, he's locked up, taken to ground by Liam O'Driscoll. Only a few minutes remaining here in this third quarter.
All side up, 10-5-65.
Thrown onto the boot. It's going to take a few dribbles and to the safety of the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. We might just go into this final break all level. So we take a moment just to gather ourselves. And back over the boundary line it goes. Can either of these sides come away with a late goal here in this third quarter? Who knows? Hampton, though, looking to make it so. Nice ball moving here by the Melburnians. Laub.
Look like
Spargo.
the Melburnians are having an extra behind the ball at this point.
And taken in for a mark. Ben Hazeman. Solid season. Another one of those players yet to miss a game in 2025. Had a standout performance in round 3 against Old Ivanhoe. Kicked 3 in that game. So just looking for his first in this one. Comes in. And out on the full, says the umpire. And past the 27-minute mark in quarter number 3, Elstonwick Park, round 16. VAFA Premier B match of the day on VAFA TV, third quarter. Brought to you by William Buck, proud premium partner of the VAFA.
Thumping kick.
Oh, big tackle. Umpire says it's legal. No, high tackle. He's overruled here.
He's been overruled by the outfield umpire.
Carnival. Oh, potentially in the back. No, umpire says play on. Donald charges into the bodies.
And he's gone.
And he's pinged. Oscar Donald. Not sure about that one. Leonardo Curtis will instead line up.
A lot of family here for Leo. A few signs I saw earlier.
He hasn't played twos footy since round 4. Hasn't played at all since round 11.
No, one of the captains of the twos, actually.
Yes.
So cemented himself early for a senior spot.
Here he comes. Leonardo Curtis. Just the one behind today.
Oh, ring the post.
Hit the post, and as you can probably hear, a few disappointed patrons just trying to will that one in.
Dangerous spot here for OMs.
Kai
A lot
Carrigan.
of room to run.
Melon Jack, a bit of a mongrel kick there. Not his finest work.
Oh,
but
my God.
Kicked off the deck. Kicking in danger, says the umpire. Spargo to get things going. Nice
Good body
use of the
work
body.
by Hugo Dale, the 19s.
Beautifully done there by Dale. Looking inside. Just trying to work his opponent under the footy.
And taken high. Sam Lalby, I believe.
It's going to be a tight angle.
Sneaky around goal.
Just one goal this year for Sam
Really?
Laub. Looking to kick his first here today.
Hasn't played the last couple of weeks. See if he can find that form with his kick.
Bit of right to left, but not enough to work it back. This has been a grindy finish here in the third.
Very grindy finish. And a long quarter at that. At the 30-minute mark, almost about to go into the 31st minute. If we get there.
And not too many goals either, so a few stoppages. I think a bit of that wet weather footy early on. But it seems to have dried up a little bit here at Elstonwick Park. Solid bump there by Hazeman. Hampton head to Caulfield next week, where they'll take on the Grammarians. Meanwhile, Old Melburnians, they head over the Westgate to Fear on reserve to take on Williamstown.
Big kick, Connick. Nigel look for the goals again with his recent find of form.
Well, it's going to take quite the distance here for the debutants. 1-1 this afternoon. And you'd think if this isn't on the siren, it'll be just beforehand. Connick. And we'll just hold on a second. I think the umpires will say that he ran off his line there.
Bit unlucky there with the timing of it all, but we'll go into an absolutely ripper final quarter with Old Melburnians 10-7-67, Hampton 10-5-65, only 2 points in it for what should be a very good final quarter.
Yeah, if I was a spectator, I'd probably want to get to ground level, but we're more than happy to have him up here in the warmer climate.
I'd have to go down there searching for a three-quarter time interview.
Potentially, yes.
Don't think Brownie would have too many words for us.
No, exactly. But third quarter in the books. We'll head into the fourth and final quarter brought to you by Brighton Mazda. On the other side of this break, it's Old Melburnians 10-7-67 leading Hampton Rovers 10-5-65 in what is an absolute cracker of the game so far. VAFA Premier B match of the day on VAFA TV coming up straight after this. Welcome to the VAFA Premier B match of the day on VAFA TV. Third quarter coming up, brought to you by Brighton Mazda. It's Old Melburnians 10-7-67, narrowly leading the Hampton Rovers 10-5-65. Vinny Van Oshot alongside Elliot Running, current under-19s coach with Old Melburnians. It was a bit of a slower third quarter, Elliot, but it's shaping up to be a grandstand finish in this one.
Well, I think that kind of dark breeze and rain's really cleared out now. Still a bit cold, but players should be adjusted to that, and we'll see, I think, not so much fast finishing, but high intensity last quarter.
Both teams just have their final words. Marty Pask taking his time before sending his boys out onto the ground. But this first goal will be ever so more important given the wider context of the game. Will Dixon moves back into the middle. Zachary Ziesing as well will go there to meet him. Oh, it's as tight as it gets here. Hampton looking for their first win of the season. Old Melburnians trying to keep their mathematical hopes of finals alive here at Elstonwick Park, the home of the VAFA. Here we go. Grandstand finish on the cards. Who will get the 4 points? Dixon did well in the middle. Thrown onto the left by Nichols. Not taken cleanly. And now chasing Carrigan there. Calm finish. Carnival can't take it on cleanly. Rose. Oh, and a late push there. Umpire says throw in. It's an interesting dilemma there for the umpire. A late push, yes, but not in the back or anything. So he'll just continue the play.
Is the official rule.
Dixon. Nice cheeky left-hand tap there. Deathridge. Back to Dixon. And then on to Spargo. Rose. Thrown into the boot there by Anderson.
Oh.
Not taken cleanly by a Beckett. And locked up for a ball up on the 50-metre line. 45-degree angle at this moment. Looped over the top to Carnival. Taken. Rose just letting him know he's there.
The Thorns are well and truly out.
Nice spoil there by Long. Hanish brought to ground. Hampton trying to lock this one up.
Rose seems to be getting a few niggles from outside the ground.
Bursting out of the pack was Prosser. Kick had a bit to be desired for. Moved on by Spargo's left foot. Cheeky turn. Here's Melnjack now. Nice pass towards the outside. Corey Jones chasing and pushed over the boundary line. As we tiptoed towards the finish line. It'll be interesting to see how Old Melburnians finishes this 2025 season, considering they will be back in 2026. And we've gone through the litany of reasons as to why Nathan Brown should be optimistic for next year.
Do you think Hampton have changed anything going into the next couple of weeks, knowing that they're probably going to go down a division, or do you just try and play your heart out with everything on the line?
Well, I'd almost consider playing a bit of a list management role similar to what the Melburnians have done. As we'll return to that in just a moment. Richardson, cheeky tap. Got by the defender. Richardson just doing a bit of ballet dancing and brought over the line. And just looked for the safety of the boundary line there, but the umpire says no, having none of that. Holding the ball towards the corner of the centre square. Rose eventually got it. Beautiful pass by Long. Not taken cleanly. Nichols, the captain, looking for some heroics here. Gets by a couple of defenders. Nichols, no. Hooked it to the left. Second behind of the game for the skipper. Rose just coming off the field of play.
Looks like a bad cramp. Giving
Just
a bit
having
of a lip to the Hampton bench as he goes past.
Definitely some feeling in this one. Oh, kicked into the man off the mark there. Could be a costly mistake. Ooh, late tackle there.
Tackle.
Umpire letting the play continue. High tackle. Here come the Rovers. Trying to tap it forward was Friend. Umpire just going to call back play. And just some off-the-ball action here. It's going to be potential free kick. And Hampton, as a result of the action behind the play, they'll get the ball forward. And it's going to be a tough kick, though. To put the Rovers in front.
Couple of skips in there. And a point.
Just a behind for Liam O'Driscoll.
Look like the game is going to come down to the last couple of minutes unless anything unexpected happens.
Oh, it's a risky kick, but taken in nicely.
Oh.
Prosser fighting for it. Quick hands. Sold the dummy. Oh, no, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Joshua McPherson again. Being a magician with the football today. He's got 7. The Rovers now lead with 5 minutes played here in the 4th and final quarter. It's just something about that kicking style. It's almost off-putting if you're a defender or even a spectator, but it seems to work for him.
A couple of twinkle toes, a couple of little stutters in there. Really don't know what's happening, but if it works, I guess.
Well,
Dixon again with another successful tap. Been dominant all day in there.
Donald, clumsy with the hands. Nice effort by Curtis. Pushing ahead go the Redlegs. Oh, it's kicked off the ground
Double
by
deck
Spargo.
kick.
Mel and Jack. Oh. Deliberate, he says. A big call
at this time of the day.
Indeed, says some of the spectators. No, he's kicked it?
He's kicked it.
He has. What is happening? Sam Connick.
Bit of chaos. Kicked his 32nd for the day.
He's got 2 goals, 1. All of the drama here at Elstonwick Park. First, Joel Melnjack just called for the deliberate the deliberate behind there. Connick awarded the free, plays on as soon as he gets it, and just threaded it through the defender's legs.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's no deliberate out of bounds
at the VAFA.
In the VAFA, but deliberate rush behind, I believe, is a little interesting fact for you.
Elliot running with all the nuances of the VAFA rulebook. Oh, look at them go. The Melburnians. Oh, it's a handball by Nichols. Just not quite. Side Beckett takes a bounce that time by Joel Melnjack. And I think he looked at the umpire there just to double check that it was in fact illegal behind. Seeing the lighter side of things, which you like to see. Beautiful mark on the far side. Sent down the line by Jones.
Big mark there. I think they'll try and slow the game down here, really take control.
Spargo wheels around onto the left.
Connick gets hands to it. He's not able to drag it down.
It's been a dramatic game here in round 16.
Off the deck again.
Half volley over to Beckett. Working him defensively was Bader. Back in it goes. Beckett doing the ruck. Beckett now doing the ruck work. Hampton though, hugging the boundary.
I'll see it out.
He'll go over for another boundary throw-in. Dixon and Z-Sync. Nominate. Good tap down by Dixon. Got his own
ball.
Got his own footy there. At times it seems like he's brought his own footy. Nice work by Beckett. Chasing down. No.
They'll hold on to it here. Just keep it at the top of the square. To lock it in their half. Long time to go for the home, so 15 minutes.
Lachlan Costello.
Anyone's game.
With the tackle stat on that occasion. Rose was waiting at the back. Couldn't find its way to him. Nice side hands by Bader and then promptly cleared. Good tackle there by Liam O'Driscoll. He's got a goal next to his name. Deathridge. Dixon gets his footy. Nice efforts there by Carnival. Just brings it to a standstill. Oh, there you go, another game. Picked up by Hazeman. Nichols out of the pack. Can someone come down with it? No, not on this occasion. Block. Nice touch there by old Melburnians, but it falls into the hands of Costello.
Great run here.
Costello keeps it low. Oh, beautiful commitment there.
Hurley.
Handballed forward again. Costello back in the thick of things, but it's old Melburnians looking to navigate themselves out of this one.
Beckett wasn't expecting it to lie in his lap.
Jones keeps it low. Beautifully kicked.
Spread here.
Dan Hall comes up with it. Jones again.
Numbers
Jones
flooding in.
Looking forward. McPherson again. Quick hands. Can the Rovers come away with something? Had it momentarily was Goldsmith.
Take by Tom Spargo up the back there.
Beautiful awareness there by Spargo just to be on the line on that attempt. And beautifully into the hands of Dale. Dale, again, that risky corridor kick, late spoil, umpire will pay it. Oscar Hanish with that one.
Having quite a good game, Oscar.
Moves it on quickly. Here's Hazeman. Oh, and he found the spare man here. Spencer Anderson.
Yeah, it looks like he'll go back and take a shot.
He's sizing it up.
Hands it off.
Beautiful hands. It's got the carry.
Kick.
Take it in.
Beautiful mark.
Dale. Here you go, Dale. Looking for goal number 2. What a goal it would be. It would make it a two-kick game. Almost certainly going around the body. Can he convert to put the Melburnians up by 9? Yes, he does. Massive moment here for the Melburnians. What would be a hard-fought win. If we look at the hodgepodge that is the mid-table logjam, remember it's top 4 go to finals for Premier B. Old Ivanhoe leading all comers, 52 points on the season. Old Trinity on 48. Caulfield on 40, and then below Caulfield, Williamstown, Old Camberwell, Old Carey, Old Geelong on 32 points, while Old Melburnians sit below them on 24.
Oh, take by Hurley.
Went back with the flight of the ball, Hurley. Nicely done into Rose.
Long kick forward.
A few extra bodies here for the Rovers. Melanjack comes up with it. Handball went a bit wayward. Chasing well was Curtis. Hampton survive. Final stretch of this one. Approaching the halfway mark of quarter number 4. Nifty hands, but it's turned over. Here come the Melburnians. Short kick to Connick, who goes into Dale again.
Dale could be on for his third here.
And for his second in quick succession. You'd almost think if he kicks this one somehow, he'll have to spin the ball the other way on this occasion.
If anyone can do it, it's Dale.
You'd think if he can knock this one through, it would give the Melburnians a very good chance of coming out victorious here today.
It will almost put Hampton out of reach.
He's gone with the drop punt, it seems. Oh, and it's gone through. He's threaded the needle. Hugo Dale with his third.
Squeezing the OJ out of that, really.
It was almost Dom Sheed-esque. We might rename it the Hugo Dale corner.
Tom Keller kicked a few from that this morning, in contention to get that in his name.
And they might have to do a coin flip or maybe a shootout at training next week.
Just starting to slip out of the reach of Hampton Rovers, 13-9-87, 11-6-72. They'll need a quick response here if they want to stay in the game.
You'd hazard a guess there'd be... Oh, and friendly fire there. And down, I think that's Nichols.
Again.
And he took... It might have been a clash of heads as well. So scary scenes here for the Melburnians. Umpire hasn't quite seen it. Another head clash, but this time it came with the ball. Joel. And the umpire, he will slow things down.
Put it on pause. Hopefully he's all right.
And that is Will Nichols, we can confirm. But yes, no.
His action's just going in with the head. And
yeah, just with his own teammate as well.
A little bit of a shove from a Hampton player, just ends up on the deck. Hopefully he's all right.
And Nichols, you know, he's a tough customer, but even he's just taking his sweet time getting up.
Brother Ned running, checking on him, also out with a concussion.
Yeah, just still holding the side of the head there.
Good to see that he's up and walking on his own.
And the umpire should just wait a few more seconds just to wait for Will Nichols to make his way off the ground. And if I was a betting man, I'd probably say his day's done.
I'd have to agree with you.
And that would be a massive loss for this Melburnian side, trying to just inch their way towards the finish line in this one.
Looks like Dicko will inject himself. That's not like for like, but we'll see what we can do.
The action resumes. Injury update thanks to Orthosport Victoria there. And just holding the man, says the umpire.
I'll call it back.
And it's going to go against Hampton.
You just think if Jeremy kicks this, that's almost...
Well, it was 1 foot out and a bit of a late hit. 50 metres going to be called there against Blake Jensen-Muir. Just ill discipline off the ball. And you said maybe before there, Elliot. I think it's almost a certainty now.
Yeah, I think this will be the nail in the coffin for Hampton.
Somewhat disappointing if you're a neutral up here.
Was looking for quite the hot flash finish,
yeah.
But could turn very well into a bit of a blowout if Northern Grant keep going the way they are.
Well, Jeremy Beckett makes it 3 goals on the day. 3 goals, 2 specifically. And the Melburnians will almost certainly come away with the 4 points in this one. Hampton's search for their first win of the season will have to be extended another week. It's now ballooned out to 21 points. Be about 7 or 8 minutes left on the true time clock. It's been a dominant fourth quarter here by the OMs.
Don't think Dixon's lost a tap all day.
He's had a few extra disposals as well. The man's been ever a beautiful chase down tackle.
Hampton could get something quick from this, could inject a bit of life into their game.
Searching for options. Hampton in need of a goal desperately.
I'll come up with it.
It's Hampton's ruck Zeesing. Tapped over the line.
Just not enough distance on that one.
20 points the difference now. Clock continues to tip down. Just 8 points in this final quarter for Hampton. Meanwhile, 4 goals, 2 for Old Melburnians. Nice work
by Tom, and Deathridge just loses both of them.
Deathridge just outworks 2 separate players there. So impressive. And now Curtis potentially, no, doesn't quite crumb down to him.
They'll go here. They've got open space in front, green grass.
Hines just finding some yardage and then brought over the line.
I think Melburnians will take that as a win in their book. Lock it in the forward line for the next 5 minutes, and Hampton's chances are slowly fading.
I love how almost perfectly embodied from what you said earlier in this game about Melburnians being a slow starting team. We're seeing another example today here of just how strong they can finish.
It shows good signs for the future, I think, and this big kick by Hines, right on the top of a Beckett, he flies, doesn't come down with it.
Nice work by Curtis just to lock it in. And now the OMs can set up. Trickling over towards the boundary. Both teams eager to keep this one in play. Holding the ball, says the umpire.
Who will take the kick? Is it...
Here comes Sam Laub. Still yet to kick his first goal of the day.
Pressure forward, gets his value elsewhere other than goals, but like I said, can be sneaky when he looks around goals. Only kicked 1 for the season though. Surprised me when I heard that. There you go.
Well, I'll correct myself because it looks like I've made a typo in my research. So, first of the day for Laub. Heading into today, he had 15 goals.
It sounds more like a Laubiano.
I was missing a 5 there. But, yes, now up to 16 on the year. Sam Laub. 8 best player nominations this year as well. So, definitely gives you good value.
He's been out for a while. Like he had Freddie Mack, who's come up from the under-19s, held his position very well over the last couple of weeks, and we're thankful to have him back.
Apart from that little break, he missed round 9 as well. Nothing serious of note regarding that, though. Here come the Rovers. It's now 26 points. No, not taken in. Oh, now we've got a slippery footy. Nicely taken by Dale. Oh, and
thumping kick, and he's got plenty of grass to work with.
Hazeman wide open. He decides to go for the unselfish play. It's a Beckett again. Jeremy Beckett. 3 goals, 2 today, including perhaps the game sealer. A few passages ago. And if it wasn't a certainty already before, it will definitely be one now. Hampton skipper Christian Carnivale now off as well. Here he comes. The man with the A before the apostrophe.
Loves the celebration of Beckett.
He knocks in his 4th of the game. Takes his season total up to 20 in 2025. And he's made a massive re-emergence into the side since last playing in round 14. Oh, round 12, I should say. And then again last week. So it's becoming a prominent piece up forward alongside Adam Richardson, who started the game red hot.
Red hot.
But
I think they've paid probably a bit more attention to him throughout the day. Looks like he's getting a bit of attention, but you know, that's the great thing about having 2 key forwards that can really jump at it.
And quick clearance out of the middle here. Not taken cleanly. And a ball up is on the way. It was only 1 point at 3/4 time. It's
you have
now
to feel for Hampton. Stayed in it right to the end. The end goals probably won't reflect the effort put in throughout.
This one will potentially feel like it got away from them.
Well, the Old Melburnians will be happy. 16,905 to 11,773 will give them a bit of a percentage boost, so on that very slim chance they can play finals. That will definitely help.
Well, they do have a higher percentage than Old Geelong, Old Carey, and even Caulfield Grammarians for that point. So that's half the teams you'd be looking to leapfrog there, just on percentage. Hampton, however, they've been the clear ugly duckling in 2025, just a percentage of 42. So perhaps looking to maybe blood some young guys over the next couple of weeks. Try and get value for your season. Wrapped around the body. And it's put in very well by Cohen Friend. Thrown between the but not one, but both under 19 sites. So he's played some Division 3 under 19s as well this season, Cohen Friend, and made his senior debut in round 11. Has not missed a ones appearance since. So a good trajectory for him this season.
This is hard with those under 19s. Always got a changing bunch. Always got a new wave of players coming in. Really trying to just identify strengths and weaknesses. I know that it's hard for a new coach like Brown. Speaking to him earlier today, just finding who's right and for what spot and who can play in that game style.
Sometimes it's beneficial just remembering that there is a wider context within the within the VAFA. So just seeing that these young guys getting the opportunities that they are, it's worth its weight in gold.
Bright sign for the future as well for both teams.
Rose
looks to hold the ball up, just take a bit of time out of the clock.
Just over 28 minutes played here in the 4th quarter.
Ooh,
taken in, yes.
Great take for Spugger. He'll go right away and
Daniel, yes.
Passes it off.
And pushed across the face of goal. Credit that to Leonardo Curtis. And I might just ponder your mind a little bit there, Elliot, in terms of who might be your top 3 players of the game. I can go first if it makes it a little bit easier.
I definitely put Hurley up there. I think his effort down back's been solid. Always had a fist to the ball. Who else? I think you can't go past Big Spargo in the middle of the ground. Been solid off Roland. We'd love to give one to Will Dixon, who's played an absolute ripper as the first game. But definitely would have to throw in Carnival in there, put an absolute monster effort in for Hampton in the middle of the ground. And he can't.
Turnover again there by the Rovers.
Good jump.
Big fist there by Beta.
Also, I guess can't forget Corwell's 5 goals. So there's plenty to pick here today. Good even spread of talent.
Well, Dixon wasn't sure where that was coming from. And a beautiful finish by Carnival. Well, the skipper, who we had almost written off there a few minutes ago in terms of his day being done, he's popped right back up at the end just to snag a goal for good measure. So
Your top 5?
top 5. Oh.
I like top 5. Feels a better round number.
A full handful, you know. I'd have to go Jeremy Beckett up front. Was obviously huge for Old Melburnians, and then at the other end for Hampton, Josh McPherson. I mean, you don't kick 7 goals without getting an honourable mention. Will Dixon's effort, not just within the ruck, but around the ground, has also been awesome. Spargo's played a tremendous role, particularly off that half-back flank as well.
Thought Dale's presented some good options as well.
Yeah, Dale, particularly in this fourth and final quarter, has been huge for them. And can't go past Will Nichols as well, just keeping the team as cohesive as it has been all day today. So our thoughts go out to him. Hopefully his head knock was nothing too serious. But given it is a concussion and the new local footy rules nowadays, he will probably end up missing next week's game as well if that comes back.
Perhaps the week after that.
Yep.
So that could be his season done, unfortunately, for Will.
Yes, especially with the slim hopes of finals still on the cards. Spinning out of trouble. There was Goldsmith, but Melburnians might just snag one more here. Oh,
Big
late hit by Dale.
There.
And still in play. Kicked off the deck there by Hazeman, but out of bounds it goes. "31.5 minutes played. The bare minimum of time remaining, you'd imagine. But the win will put Old Melburnians on 7-9 this year.
Nothing ahead for the Rovers. They'll have to look backwards. Forwards again. It's out and bounds in the full.
Hugo Hines just bringing it back into the field of play. Oh, the Rovers might come away with something here. Another late consolation, perhaps.
Whoa.
No, not taken cleanly.
Just popped out.
Oh, and a DDT move there by Goldsmith, it would seem.
Has been a bit of a WWE match at times during the game. Can't imagine there's much more of the game left to play.
And taken well in the back line. Another intercept mark. It's almost been a bit of a theme for both of these teams so far today. Nice work there with the body.
Great take.
Taken cleanly? Yes, the umpire says it has been. Good mark by Laub. Waiting for it is Spargo. As the final seconds just dwindle down here at Elsternwick Park. Hampton will look to make one last rush. Sutherland looks towards the mud in the centre of the ground.
Big looping kick up forward. They've got numbers.
And just a bit of waiting there by the Hampton forwards. Here comes Hampton again. Off the step.
Oh.
Prosser.
Coming off the padding.
Just getting his first score of the day. It's a minor score, nevertheless. Brings it to an even 20-point deficit. So now into the 34th minute of this fourth and final quarter. It's all mundane at this point.
And there the siren is.
And the siren goes. With the overcast clouds in the background of Elsternwick Park. Old Melburnians have done what they've done all season long. And that's come back from a slow start to the game to finish strong and finish with the 4 points. Their 7th win of the season, this time going over the Hampton Rovers 16-10, 106, 13-8, 86. And we'll just go quickly through the leading scorers. Old Melburnians, it was Jeremy Beckett's game in that regard. 4 goals next to his name. Adam Richardson with 2 early ones in this game. Hugo Dale with 3. Oscar Hanish with 2. And Sam Connick, the senior debutant, with 2 as well. Singles for Ben Jackson, Jack Spargo, and Sam Lauby. Meanwhile, for Hampton, it was 7 goals. And then singles for skipper Christian Carnival, Lachlan Costello, Joel Malinjack, Liam O'Driscoll, Oliver Horrigan, and Cohen Friend. But yes, Elliot, it was a pretty dominant second half there, particularly in that 4th and final quarter by the OMs.
I thought the OMs really stamped their game style, got their game plan working, even with a few out, Facey, Nichols, and thought they really put their foot down and really proved why they're a team to watch for next year.
For sure. And Hampton, they will travel to Glen Huntly Park next week to take on the Caulfield Grammarians. Old Melburnians, they will head over to the western suburbs. They will take on Williamstown at Fearon Reserve in the second and penultimate round of 2025 before finals start to take shape. Vinny Van Oshot, Elliot Running will depart with that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we hope you've enjoyed the VAFA Premier B Match of the Day on VAFA TV. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.